The internet is filled with some of the most ridiculous questions you'll ever hear. There's 100 men versus a gorilla. Is water wet? Who can beat Goku? What's your work experience? Just to name a few. However, I think I found one that trumps them all. The dumb question of all dumb questions. What are you doing in this situation? After seeing this question, I sat down and thought long and hard on what we could possibly do in a scenario like this, and then it came to me. I got nothing. So here's what I did. I asked you guys in the community in Discord what you would do in this situation. You guys are going to be the Fantastic Four, Avengers, Justice League, whoever's responsible for handling these intergalactic threats, and we're going to go through some of the best, worst, and most interesting plans of action when it comes to this. First plan of action here. I think I can parry it if I time it right. I'm sorry. What are you parrying? His tongue? You probably have a better chance at splitting an atom before landing a parry on this guy. Can you imagine how fast the time frame would be? And even if it's the most flawless, perfectly executed parry, even a hair on his armpit is probably wiping this out. So that didn't go so well, and the next strategy is to politely ask him to leave. I'm sorry, do you see how he looks in this image? You can literally visualize how hungry he is in a still frame. This is like asking a big bag to leave the Golden Corral. This is not happening. Assuming he can hear you and doesn't just ignore you and continue chomping the planet away, I wonder what his genuine reaction would be. I mean, I'm sitting here saying you can't be serious, so what would he be thinking? You guys think we could pull a Rick and Morty, but instead of singing a cool song to him, just make him laugh and he'll be on his way? Okay, so Ooga Booga here is saying to call Goku and say there's a very strong guy to fight. Would this even work? Galactus is a top dog in the Marvel universe. I don't know how many different versions of him can beat or lose to Goku, but this one definitely looks the most terrifying. I mean, at least we're improving from asking him to leave pretty please, and even if Goku loses and the Earth is cooked, at least we get to watch one crazy showdown to go out. So now we're telling the teacher on him. I don't know what school you go to, but I don't think he's your classmate. Now this could be a completely different story if this was the math teacher. We all know how the math teacher goes through any means possible to make sure class is in session. The destruction of the universe can wait. You're learning them quadratic formulas, little Johnny. The next strategy we have here might just be the most likely to succeed, not just out of all of them so far, but maybe in the whole video. Double it and give it to the next planet. Sure, at first it sounds like just another funny solution, but if you really think about it, this is the smartest move so far. If you could somehow get his attention and convince him that there's other planets richer in resources and energy, then we might just stand a chance, because this is one hungry looking fella. If there's anything he wants, it's more planets to eat. Now the likely outcome is that he just eats our planet, then proceeds to whatever planets you tell him to, and if he gets angry, he's just destroying everything, but it's worth a shot. And I'm pretty sure they've tried this strategy in Marvel before, so if there's any comic book experts in the comments, let us know which ones they were and if it worked. We got a tattletale up here. Contact his mother and inform her of her son's misbehavior. So you're telling me you want to contact the thing that gave birth to this monstrosity? What kind of monstrosity is she? I'm not trying to find out. I wouldn't exactly say she's the best parent if her son's out here eating universes, eating planets. What's gonna happen if she's hungry? What's gonna happen if she's a good parent and spanks him and sends shockwaves throughout the multiverse? Okay, you guys are really spamming the call a friend, or should I say calling 100 friends, like 100 men to handle this. We glazed the gorilla enough. The 100 men got that, but this is a bit of an upgrade than a gorilla, I would say. Though if you can pick the 100 men in question, this might be a different story, but those are gonna have to be some real quick phone calls, because he looks like he's mid-bite. Talk no jutsu, don't fail me now. Out of all the people to talk no jutsu, I don't think this is the one. I'm sorry, we talked about it. You can try and like crack a joke to him or something, but I don't think that's gonna work. What words could possibly convince him to end his insatiable hunger? I get angry when I'm hangry, so just imagine this guy. I can kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing now. Imagine you haven't eaten all day, your waiter finally gives you food, but right when you're about to take a bite, they take it away and give you some nonsense on why you can't have it. I'm sorry, Naruto, but this just ain't working here. Okay, so this guy says, we'll send the immortal. I know you're not talking about the immortal from Invincible, right? Surely you have loved ones that you want to try and save, right? And this is your best solution? Are you doing all right? Do you need someone to check up on you? You might as well go out yourself, because what is the immortal gonna do? If this ever happened, Mark would still hold back. Not even a solution. We're just roasting Invincible characters now. Crazy part is, you're probably not even wrong. He's gonna try and talk to him like he did against Conquest, isn't he? All right, we're back with the tomfoolery. Get in a single file line alphabetically and slowly leave the area and go to the fire exit. Is the fire exit the edge of the universe? worse. I'd say it's somewhat of a bigger threat than a fire, but it's actually funny to think how some schools would probably do this if this ever happened. I've never been a believer in leaving the building in a calm manner during emergencies. If I ever saw this or even anything on a smaller scale, I'm sprinting out the building. Again, not really gonna save me here, but you get the idea. Call the one above all to save us, the God of Marvel. I think that would work. I just don't know how you got him on speed dial. Since I'm a trusted adult, I'd like to call someone more trusted and more adult. I don't know how much more trusted an adult you can get, especially in a situation like this, but who knows? The trusted adult is always called upon in the situations they're required. You bring up a very good question. Who do the trusted adults call whenever they need a trusted adult? Not anywhere says stop, drop, and roll. That's for a fire. I would love to see the look on anyone's face when they're rolling around on the ground just to get up and look that they're still falling into this guy's mouth. I do wonder, what if everyone on Earth stopped, dropped, and rolled at the exact same time? Could we like rotate the planet out of orbit to get us away or something? Do you think he'll look at the humans doing this and think to himself he'll lose brain cells if he consumes us? Maybe you might be onto something. All right, now we're calling the one we should have been calling since the start. Ref, do something. We all know how powerful the referee is to be able to do something in any situation he's called upon. It's like he has the answer to everything, so if he can make it in time and blow the whistle, make the call, we might be good. Or we might get this. Either way, it's worth a shot. Riptor15 here says, Ferb, I know what we're doing today. Y'all think Phineas and Ferb could save us from Galactus? I mean, I like their chances. They've even worked with the Avengers before, and if they team up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz, I think we might be safe. All it takes is an anti-Galactusinator, and we're good. If he's eating Earth, joke's on him. He's eating every Taco Bell at once. This one feels like we're accepting our fate, but also realizing that we get the last laugh, and I'm all for it. We're probably cooked, so we might as well get something out of this. Yeah, that intergalactic fart is definitely taking out the universe. These past three have been absolutely cooking, and it doesn't stop here, because get Benson to tell Mordecai and Rigby kill this monster or you're fired? What more is there to say besides we're saved? With their jobs on the line, Mordecai and Rigby have literally done the impossible. Speaking of impossible, Gango here says they're calling Mr. Impossible and saying there's a being that's impossible to defeat. I don't know if this is Reed Richards' alt account or something, but I wasn't confident going into this, but lately we guys haven't been missing. Never mind, this guy said to call Sea Salt. What are you trying to do, hire Galactus? I mean, jokes aside, if he successfully does that, we're kind of saved. I mean, Invincible might not be too happy, but it's for the sake of the Earth, right? This one's a bit of a read. Phase, Twilight, Eyes of Wisdom, 9. Okay, this guy's reading the Hollow Purple chant. I don't know what you think that's gonna do, but I don't think it's making a big difference. I mean, you're giving Galactus a grape. Maybe it can upset his tummy or something, make him turn around and go to the toilet, but then again, if he goes to the toilet anywhere in this universe, we're also cooked. I don't know what kind of gas clouds that would create in space, but there's no way that's safe to inhale. All right, we've come to one final solution to this planet-wide dilemma. I do not consent. I mean, if Galactus is a decent human being or decent celestial, whatever he is, he would listen to this, and if there's some kind of intergalactic court of law, we could push that up to them as well, but I don't think he cares. So there we have it. If you guys were placed in the shoes of the Fantastic Four, we're done for. Now, that was kind of a rhyme. Y'all heard that?
Fantastic Four, we're done for.
I felt really good about that one, but after I rewatched, I realized I said the same word twice. Enough of me thinking I dropped a bar. I don't really blame you guys for these lackluster solutions because, realistically, what can you possibly do in this situation? I mean, I'm all for putting our trust in Phineas and Ferb and Mordecai and Rigby, but even they might have some problems here. Also, who keeps asking questions like this? The US government? Are they trying to find solutions in the comments of these videos? If you're here, US government, I mean, here's your options. As you can see, we're probably cooked, but not as cooked as the like and subscribe button after y'all mash it repeatedly, right? Or maybe the comment section or the like and subscribe button on my gaming channel, maybe. I mean, at least smash the share button. I don't know, do something for me, please. I'm kidding, I'm not that desperate, but at the same time, I kinda am. So if you never want to see me do that again, just do all the things I said. Like, comment, subscribe, links in the description, yada, yada, yada. You guys have heard this a million times. I'll see y'all in the next one.